Uh, I want to ask you if this barrier that you're speaking of, this wall of fire, does this mean that this is the barrier that we feel when we begin to learn with Kabbalah, and we tend to associate it with our materialistic world, and suddenly, little by little, it begins to separate, or because the learning, sometimes you tend to bring back everything to the normal life, to our world, to the life that we lead with our family, with our friends, and like a tendency to bring down everything here, and then suddenly you feel like you begin to understand that you're not speaking about this world or our experiences of this world, but it's something else, and it's very difficult to attain or to understand. But you suddenly begin to realize that you're not speaking about that, but you're speaking about something else, and there's something that is very difficult to enter your mind. It's very difficult to enter your mind, and even you feel that you are getting away from the feelings of this world, the emotions of this world.
I hope so. I hope we're moving away from the emotion of the world in order to be able to feel the real need and its plight. Okay, it's more to be able to feel the need of reformation and the state of separation, then to actually be washed and cooked by the emotion of the world. So in that respect, you're very right. We can say on one hand that the Zohar does not speak in one word about the corporal world. It speaks about the spiritual world, or the world that the spirit can attain. You can say that how we feel, the inability to attain it, the inability to feel it, cause a lot of what we see in our reality, of what we experience in our reality. Okay, it's the separation, but we cannot understand it better inside the state of separation. We need to separate the corporal concerns and one can say language term, desires, or the dominancy of the will to receive to oneself, to move to a different understanding and to the need that something will build us in us. Okay, set of perception, set of feelings that will actually enable us to be partners of the intention, one can say, of the Creator through those realms. Okay. Yeah. This. So you're right. There is always a tension and a fight of where we, and something, because sometimes we speak about, let's say, historical phenomena or trends. Okay. But it's not in order sort of to say that we speak about that. We can use the examples in order to point out, or actually point up, not only to point out, but to point up to actually the need to know the reason, to understand how it works, or why it is so, and what is the presence will of the Creator in all in all the extensions and revelation of the light, and how our inadequacy translated into misery. Because the revelation in the book of Shmot, at least what we call the 10 plagues, are not plagues in their origin.
Mm-hmm.
They're actually powers that are breaking the shackles of that which imprisoned the light. So if we are in our right alignment, and we have the evolved sensibility and vessel to perceive it, we would see it as a revelation, not as a plague.
I'm not in that point.
No one is there. No one is at that point. But it turns out to be, because we cannot be at that point, then we perceive it as sorting ourselves out, meaning it tells us exactly what we need to ask in reformation in order to perceive it as good.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Because this sensation of walking away from it's very vivid, you know, like and scary, because you seem to think that you're sort of isolating yourself and really becoming what you really are in Kabbalah. That is a very clear sensation, and I was a bit, but I do tend to, it's been very progressive, but I do tend to remain silent about what I do, or trying to explain to anyone who asks, or explain my what I do. I used to study and I tend to become very quiet about all this, and this gives me a sense of separation, you know. But I'm not. It's scary, and it's not. But this thing of what you say about wars and everything, it's been something that's been. It's always bothered me. This because, it does sound a bit cruel, you know, to the plagues and the deluge.
But human will to receive to oneself is very cruel.
Okay. So the thing is that I don't.
It's a human choice. It's not a must. It's a choice.
Okay. So it's something that I don't.
It depends whom we would like, or we think is responsible. Okay, for that, but it's definitely sorting out. It's not. We think that way. If it's sorting out, it meant to be cruel. That the sorting out should be cruel. No, the sorting out is actually benevolence. It's actually mercy. But our perception that we do not get what we used to get, and we cannot get what we want. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I get it.
So
because you think, I think that we tend to be,
we say, well, if it's, I agree, it's a sorting out, but it's a very cruel method of sorting out. No, it's a very merciful way of sorting out, but we resist it, so it becomes cruel on us, because of our choice. Okay.
And I think also that you have you tend to think that you would do better than the creator. I know, but
of course we know better, no? We know better what is better, what causes we know better than the Creator what will keep us in the comfortable zone of our control.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And we are willing to pay for it, and the willingness to pay the price of it is cruel.
Yeah.
The price of staying in control.